All right, guys. It's been about, I don't know, 5 or 6 hours out here in the shop yesterday and got absolutely nothing accomplished. And it's funny, I follow quite a few YouTubers, and seems like 2 or 3 other ones had about the same thing. Of course, their videos are 2 or 3 weeks behind mine. We started off with the old golf cart. We installed the little pressure switch, and the little micro switch, and when I mashed the accelerator, let's see if I can't see what I'm touching. This was adjusted too far back this way, so when I let off of it, it got behind that and bent it all up. Next time I pushed it, I didn't catch it, didn't see it, bent it all up, but you can hear it working good now. So we're ready for batteries and test it and see if it'll work. We've done the math on this project, and it's so far kind of looks like we're going to go over budget if I do everything that I wanted to do. Wanted to do an aftermarket body kit and tires and wheels and third seat, long top, windshield, and all the lights. But we're about right at $900 into this thing right now. If I do 6 12-volt batteries, that's another $500. Rear seats $300, body kit $1,1700. So we're gonna have to scale it back. We're gonna buy a late model E-Z-GO body off of Marketplace, 400, 450, whatever they are. I think they're 300 with your old body, but I don't have a body. Mine's tore all to pieces. Wheels, those wheels that I bought for the 3-wheeler are 22 by 11 by 8. They'll fit on these wheels, or the wheels that I took off of here. Those tires are no good. Probably going to order 4 of them, put on them wheels, put on here, put the hubcaps back on it. Still going to do the rear seat and the extended roof and the windshield and the lights, but I'll get the light kit that works with the E-Z-GO body, and it'll still be a nice new cart. All right, this little ride, we hadn't done anything with it. I was trying to look for easy projects. Nothing went right yesterday, so I said, well, let's find something easy to do. Went in the house, got on Amazon, ordered new wheel bearings. Should have ordered brakes probably, but I'm going to tear it down and see if it needs rotors. If it needs rotors, I'll order brakes and rotors. And you know, I'll have them by a week. So anyway, got the wheel bearings, got some tooling to press them in and out. Because if you've ever done wheel bearings, like on my Silverado and this Colorado, it's a hub assembly. It's held on the car. You pull the wheel off, pull the brakes off, and there's just 4 bolts that holds the assembly to the spindle. Well, these, the bearing is pressed in the spindle and the hub is pressed in the bearing, so they're not as easy to service as the other ones. So like I said, sitting in the house, let's do something easy. Called my daughter, who runs my errands for me, told her to get me a key fob battery. I looked at key fobs on the internet. This key fob doesn't work, and I determined it was a 1620 battery. Their key fob looked just like mine. The buttons made in the keys. So she said, well, I'm kind of busy. I don't know if I'll get it today. Might do it tomorrow. Well, that's fine. Well, I'll go ahead and tear it apart. Tear it apart. There's nothing in my key fob that's got buttons, but it's got a chunk of styrofoam. It's not even a real fob. So blew that off. That didn't work out. I told you the trouble I had with this. So I decided to work on this 3-wheeler. Well, this wheel that I pulled off had bolts through it with nuts and washers on the outside. This one has the factory studs, but they're broke, they're spinning. Somebody's tried to weld it, but they're spinning and the nuts are rusted and it's just in horrible shape. So I had to pull the center nut, pull the hub assembly, cut the studs off. I got one out, got one loose, but I can't hold the stud. Vice grips won't hold it, so I'm gonna have to take it out, have somebody re-weld them, or grind them off, cut them off, something like that before I can even get to that wheel. And then you remember the trouble we had with this tire over here. If you watch all my videos, good old Harbor Freight tool. I guess that piece is still in there. So I took this to my guy at work and I said, duplicate this in steel, but tighten the tolerances up here and here because it flopped around a lot. And he said, no problem. He called me multiple times. Can I do this? Can I do this? Can I do this? I said, look, guy, all you got to do is duplicate that aluminum piece. Same length, same gap here. All you have to do is duplicate it. It's not rocket science. Don't redesign it. Don't do anything different. Well, I was going to use bolts. Just make it where I can use my pins. The pins are fine. So he says, I got it done. Okay. So I get in from the day. Of course, I'm in the field, not in the shop anymore. I'm on the road cruise. Look at the crap that he put together. So these holes, the pin won't even go through it without this piece. The groove's not cut long enough, so if you put it back here and put the screwdriver through it, you can't get the angle that you need here. This, I don't know how well you can see it, he made this so wide. Let's take it off. Hang on a minute. This is so wide, you know, and I told him tighten the tolerances up. He made this so wide that the pin won't even go through both sides. So, golly. So if you move it at all, it comes out. So now I have to put it together with screwdrivers. Drop my dang pin. I have to put it together with screwdrivers. This tire is tore up so bad, and it's stuck because of the glue that's been put on it. Probably gonna have to cut it off. Then I don't know if I can even save the tire. This side broke loose and that side won't. I got the frame here. We're just pulling stuff, the springs and the axle and pedal box and some stuff like that off of it so I can send it to the scrap. So, and we got this. So I have found a JDM. Here's the engine out of it. I'm sure I've shown it before. But here's the engine out of it. And then there's the head. I found a place in Dallas Fort Worth that I can get a JDM. Well, I hit the screen and screwed everything up. I found a place in Fort Worth that I can get a JDM engine, Dallas Fort Worth. But they're saying it has 40 to 50,000 miles on it. But how do you verify that? Well, I don't have the car, can't read the ECM. It's wrote on there, but you know, they didn't see the car. They buy them by bulk. Who knows if it's the right mileage or not. Now, I bought a motor from a place in Fort Worth, a little wrecking yard, and it had 100,000 miles, or a little over. If you remember the Malibu that I had with the engine seized up, the one that got water in it, I bought that engine from that wrecking yard over there for $300. They said it had around 100,000 on it, and it ran perfect. No smoke, no problems, no issues. The oil pan was busted, and I told them not to worry about it because I had to put my oil pan on it anyway. Theirs was made different out of a different car. So I may just go buy another one of them. The $700 JDM engine, that guy said he'd ship it to me for $200, $150 to $200. But when I go on his website, it says right on there, free shipping. So I don't know what the deal is with that, but anyhow, so that's probably what we'll do. When I was talking about this tire, I said the tire, I don't know if I could save the tire. I mean, I don't know if I can save the wheel. And that's what I was talking about, having trouble. I was going to pull that other wheel off because it still has a valve core in it. Maybe I could break it down, but I couldn't even get it off the dang machine. So like I said, nothing I touched went my way. You know, what do you do when you're in that position? You just quit. So we're probably going to buy a I don't know, I'll call and talk to that wrecking yard. They're good people. I'll probably just buy an engine from them if I can get one for $300 or $400 and save that $300, because you know you're getting the same thing either way. So we'll see. Anyway, that's about all I got for today. Colorado, the old Colorado. I can't get nobody that wants to help me out. I want to put it on the lift to do the Corvette servo and band adjustment, and I haven't got a place to put it on the lift, which has gotten me shopping for a 4-post lift. I don't want to put a 2-post lift in here. One reason is I'm gonna have to cut the slab out and have somebody do concrete work, and then I have to put a floor model that where all the cables run on the bottom, because it's not tall enough to pull a tall one in. But when you put a lift in here, it's always in the way. And I looked at the max jacks that you can disconnect and roll back out of the way, but they don't go tall enough. So what I'm thinking about doing, I've been looking at these 4-post lifts that have the wheels, and that way I could put it out there, and if I need it, I could just roll it in here. You know, if I'm just doing wheel bearings or brake work or something like that, I can just leave it sitting out there. And if not, I can roll it in here for like a major job, like the Corvette transmission and heads and all that stuff. I could move it in here, use it in here, have it in both places. So I've been shopping. They're anywhere from $3,500 to $61 or $200 on Amazon. And if I could get one of them financed, that'd be great. Also put an ad out about doing concrete from my shop, the width of my shop, out about 30, maybe 35 feet. And I'm getting quotes from, you know, $5,000 to $10,000. Of course, that's just a general quote. It's going to be more than that probably, because they're going to have to keep the level. They're going to have to dig dirt out and all that. So I don't know. When I sell the red truck, that may be what I do with the money. Get me a slab and a lift, and that way I could roll the lift in and out and have whoever does the driveway to fix this groove and stuff in here. I think that would be a pretty neat deal. I don't know. Got any input? If you've ever tried to roll one of those lifts, you know, they have the casters that when you let the lift down, it picks the legs up off the ground. And I don't know how they'll roll out here in this dirt, or even if they will. Of course, you know, you can't with a car on it. I don't want to do it with a car on it. I just want to be able to move it in and out of the shop. With little jobs, you know, like that car, I could put that on the lift, and I wouldn't have to bend over and get on the ground to do my wheel bearing. So that's kind of what I'm after. I'm old and fat. I've been doing this mechanicing business on cars, trucks, heavy equipment. Maybe even worked on a few airplanes and one helicopter. So I've done a little bit of everything, and my old body's beat up. Can't lift what I used to. Can't get up and down like I used to. Boy, there's nothing more aggravating when you get under a car and you don't have the right tool. Yeah, we'll just take a nap and then we'll worry about when we wake up. How about that? That's what kind of how I usually do it. That's why it takes me so long to do a project, I guess. Anyhow, that's all I got today. Just a video to kind of let you know what's going on with all the projects and what's going on around the shop. And it is May the 7th. It's Red Truck's actually birthday is today. Happy birthday, Silverado. I bought it May 7th, 2016. Popped up on my Facebook memories. I don't have a blind flip Facebook. I have a personal one, but anyway, maybe I'll look into doing that. But anyway, it's May the 7th. May the 31st will be my last day at work, and then I'll be home all the time. So maybe we'll have more time to procrastinate, right? Now I just got 3 days off, so when I have 7 days a week off, I can put stuff up even further. But at least I'll have my tools home. If I have some better tools to work with, that'll be a help. All right, I'm going to let you go. Tired of ranting. I doubt anybody's even still watching. Probably not. Like, share, follow, tag. Tell your aunts, tell your uncles, tell everybody you know. Nobody still told me who says that. Of course, I just got 341 subscribers. I'm not even big enough to have haters. I need to get over 1,000, guys. Help me out. Tell everybody. Spread it around. Help me out. Appreciate you. Y'all have a good day.